Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Penny LS1 checking in. Y'all see I got the windows up. I've been riding with AC blowing snowballs. Y'all see the temperature right now here in Dallas, Texas area? Look at that. 89 degrees, 64% humidity in the garage right now. But that ain't what this video about. Well, actually, it is what it's about. So I'm about to go help my buddy Colin get his factory AC hooked up and running in his 84 Monte Carlo SS. So this is some of the stuff that I need. I have some leftover 6 line, the liquid line. We are going to have to crimp that because we can't find it already made. So I got my hose cutters, the AC crimper tool. He's already got the fittings that we need. I sent him those links last week, so he's got that in. This is the AC recognition wire that I de-pinned from one of my old harnesses. This goes pin 18, pin number 18 on the red connector. So I was able to just de-pin that out. So all we gotta do is hook this up to the light green wire coming off the pressure switch. That will tell the computer to bump to idle when the AC is turned on. We got some vacuum hoses for the vacuum canister. Got some hose connectors for the vacuum. I've got some leftover gaskets from my my AC box rebuild kit because we're getting ready to redo his box as well. As you can see, I got my respirator ready to go. And in this box is all my fiberglass stuff. So as you know, the bottom half of that box is fiberglass. So he got a couple of holes and cracks in it. So I'm gonna go down there. I got my resin. I got some fiberglass cloth. I got my fiberglass mat down here. As you can see, I got Bondo glass, regular Bondo. I got 80 grit, 180, and 320 sandpaper in here. And I got me some gloves. Got my brushes and my paint cup to mix my resin. And I got my hardener in there, my liquid hardener. So he's already got the compressor mounted on. He went with the ICT bracket mounted in the same location I got on miniskirt. He already also has the belt on. So what we need to do, he's put the condenser in. He's got the Cutlass condenser. He basically has the same setup that I have, except he used the ICT brackets, but it's in the same location as what I have. So what we're getting ready to do tonight is take the lid off the box, the AC box. He's gonna clean it up and paint it. But while he's doing that, I'm going to be doing the fiberglass work to fill in some holes and cracks from when I guess the head or the valve cover and the coils cracked the side of the box. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Right there by the back coil on the passenger side. So that's what we're about to do. So when I get down there, I'll show y'all his setup and we're going to get right to work. All right, y'all. So we made it down. I got all my gear. I'm going to show you what he got going. So he already got the lid off. He's already started cleaning it. Well, somewhat cleaning it. But he also painted the cowl and the window piece. So he's got everything taped up, masked up. So what I'm about to do right now, you see this hole right here, and you see how the valve cover is hitting this. So I'm gonna cut this off, and then I'm gonna fiberglass it from the inside so that it'll have a nice little concave for that. And I'm gonna put the coil bracket on as well so I can try to get it to where the coil bracket will clear. So that's one crack, and there's one big old hole right here. You can see the header. You see it? I can touch it. I didn't know that was that big. So I'll just go ahead and fiberglass this one from the inside. I'll use my Dremel just to scuff it up. Or maybe I brought sandpaper too, so 80 grit, just to give the fiberglass something to bite to. So those only 2 holes? This one and that one?
And then this one right here.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. Which I don't know how we're gonna. It's got that foam right there, so it might not be too. Well,
we'll set the lid on just to see where it needs to be filled in, because really, I mean, this thing, even though it should be sealed 100%, my lid, I had to get some different screws because they put oversized screws like in this one, like this part, and right here. So the one I bought that screw kit from Dixie, and those screws are too small now.
Well, you know why they did that?
Because they stripped it out.
Well, some of them were 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
Some of them were 7 millimeters.
Yeah. So they put the wrong one, and So when we got it 39 degrees. That lid isn't even like airtight. That was my whole point. So even if we can't get it perfect, you know,
close enough.
Yeah, but like right here for sure, because the header's right here.
Yep.
So that you don't want to pull that heat in. But if it's something around here that's not perfect, it'll be okay. But we'll get as best we can. So, all right. So it's time to put my mask on and start mixing up some. Well, we'll sand first, and then I'll mix up some resin and start laying some fiberglass. right, y'all. So I'll show you the progress. So what I put, 4 layers? Yeah, 4. No, I think it was 4 on this right here. So that's already solid. It's still drying, but it's hard, as you can see. And this section right here, we're gonna probably just wipe some filler to fill in that hole right there. Some fiberglass filler. But as you can see, that's hardening up as well. So as far as air, there should be no air leaks from the box itself. Now it's just more cosmetic on how it looks. So that's up to you, how you want it to look.
Figure it out.
Yep. And then this little piece right here, it was just pretty much the lip. So he just took a Dremel with the carbide bit and just smoothed it out. So there's no need to really fiberglass that because that foam's got to go there anyway. So that's it for now. And then tomorrow you said you're gonna go pick up the heater core. Right now what we're getting ready to do, I said that's it for now. That's it for the box. We're gonna go ahead and crimp the we're gonna set the evaporator core in there so we can crimp up the number 6 line and get that taken care of. Then tomorrow we'll put the heater core in, and I guess we can go ahead and put it back together tomorrow.
Put some Freon on it.
And you're gonna probably paint it. Well, you can paint it whenever, but well, you already painted this, the top part. What'd you say? Put some free. He ready to go straight to the Freon. We gotta wire it up first. Yep. You gotta make that plug. So let's go ahead and get that hose. What is those things called again? I always forget what that hose is called. B-lock. B-lock. So the fittings, B-lock fitting, AC air conditioning B-lock fittings, and then the B-lock crimp hose. All right, y'all. So we got the new evaporator core, and we got the line, the 6 line mocked up. We're getting ready to crimp this. So we just got it mocked up because we had to cut it to length to go into the bottom on the, what's this thing called? The condenser. So we got it squared away. So now we're just going to crimp it. And that's it for tonight, maybe. Yeah. And you said you're going to take a picture of it so you can, so you can remember how it go. Nah, I'll be at home. I ain't doing nothing tomorrow. So I'm going to get up. I got to run. You know, I go get donuts like I normally do.
I thought you did that on Sundays.
Both days. Well, I got to go to Kroger tomorrow, too, so my daughter got a list of... All right, y'all, so we got the number 6 hose crimped. Got a 90 on the end that goes to the evaporator core, and we got the straight. Now, for those of y'all that's going to ask me, this is a number 8 nut, but the hose is a 6. This one is a 6, because this comes off the condenser. If y'all want this hose, let me know. I can make one for you and get it shipped out to you. So holla at your boy. Made in, what'd you say? Made in USA.
Made in USA.
Galaxy. But that's 516. Yep. All right, y'all. I'm about to run down here to Colin's house real quick, but I wanted to show y'all my sub amp came in today. And so this is a audio control. If y'all familiar with the Epicenter. So that's who makes the Epicenter, is this audio control. So this is Epic 1000 mono subwoofer amp. It runs 4 ohm stable, 2 ohm, and 1 ohm stable. You can see the power ratings right there. So right now I have it bridged at 1 ohm. So I'm pushing 1,000 watts. And y'all remember, I'm only pushing 2 speakers. That center speaker is not hooked up. It's not even, it's blown. It's just in there so to fill that space in the box as far as that hole goes. The box itself is built 2 cubic feet. These speakers on the end, they take 1 cubic feet each. So the box is roughly a little over 2 cubic feet to account for the speakers, or the woofer, and the bracing. So just to let y'all know, that 1,000 watt amp is pushing 2 SCAR SDR 10s that are rated at 600 watts a piece. But it moves. I'll put a clip in right here, but it moves. Those suckers are with some major excursion. The only thing I need to update or upgrade is I don't have any 4-gauge ground wire that's long enough to ground it where I have it currently grounded. So I'll get all this cleaned up, and I ran out of red and black speaker wire, so I used some just some 12-gauge, and this actually takes 10-gauge wire. So what I'll do is I'll order some 10-gauge speaker wire, and then I'll have to rewire it inside the box, because as you know, you have to wire, it's like a parallel series setup, because these are dual 4 ohm woofers. So in order to get a 1 ohm load with 1 channel, it's kind of a lot of wiring you have to do inside the box. But this did come with the, like I said, the little bass knob. I tuned it using the multimeter, with a calculation that gives you the voltage that you need to adjust the gain. It's a complicated calculation unless you have a I don't even know what that tool is called. I always call it a kaleidoscope, but y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But let's go down here and see what he's working on. He's supposed to be finishing up the AC box. I did the fiberglass work last night. He's supposed to be finishing up the box, and he said he was going to smooth out the firewall, fill in those little divots. So let's walk down here and see what he got going on. All right, let's see what he's working on. My daily walk. Did you break it? What?
Little bracket that holds the heater core in.
The heater core?
Yeah.
The top piece?
Yeah, it's like, I forgot what it looks like. I'm thinking it was some kind of like.
It's like a triangle.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. I can't find it.
Yeah, you need that. Well, what is it bolted to? I forgot.
It's bolted to the top of the heater core.
Oh, to the box, to the actual box, yeah.
Yeah, it bolts right here.
Yeah.
But I can't remember.
You didn't throw it away, did you?
No, I ain't throwing nothing away. I just can't remember where I put it.
Well, you don't be fucking around.
I mean, it don't look the best, but it's better.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did right here. I redid mine like 5 times, so if that means anything.
Oh, okay.
I was like, it was too shiny one time.
It's hard to get in there and sand with everything in my way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sweet.
So yeah, you're definitely gonna need that, because that's part of the. That's what mounts that ground strap to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're faster than me. I'd have been still sitting here looking at the paint dry. I swear that I had my whole engine bay apart for like 6 months.
So now I gotta find that socket.
What was it, a 1/4 inch?
1/4 inch socket.
Did you have it on? Did you? This not it?
No, now I'll let you go ahead.
No.
We'll slip it, cause not to paint that bracket.
Which one?
For that drive.
Oh, alright. Almost got action. Oh, you still gotta do the harness too, huh? The wires. See, don't lose that screw.
8.
Everybody want to know how it's done, but don't nobody want to put in the work. It's quite simple. Much easier than pulling this thing out and putting in the. I mean, the install on the vintage is not hard. Neither is this one, but
No, it was hard. It's been the $1,600, or in my case, it would have been $2,400.
Yeah.
And I could just make my factory stuff work.
That and then just pulling all this out, because that's not an easy job.
Yeah, because if your AC goes out and you got vintage air, you got to contact vintage air. Mine goes out, I go to O'Reilly's, I go to Summit.
Yep.
I like convenience.
And up until recently, I didn't like the smooth firewall. Like now, they have that one that has a little hump.
Yeah. For
the vintage air setup. It's still, it doesn't match that side because you got the booster sticking all the way out there. Then it's still fur back. So yeah, that was part of the reason I didn't want it. Even with the Gen 4, I think is what they have now. But except I have to one day, I mean, you know, piece of cake. But
I bet it don't blow no 39 degrees.
Probably don't. I'll challenge anybody. If you got vintage air, show us what you're blowing. Well, I don't know. That doesn't sound right. If you got yeah, if you got vintage air in your old school G body or box Chevy, whatever, show me what temperature you blowing through the vents. I want to see how cold that sucker get. Mine got down to 39. I just had a guy that I helped do his. His was 40 point something. We probably gonna get yours close to that too. 40.
It was like 40.3 on
40.3, yeah. So,
and that's in
California, yeah, in the fucking desert, Cali. So yeah, vintage chair. Yeah, show me. And that's why I was surprised yours actually had it. They must have. You said someone's been in there though, right? So yeah, they put that one on there because it didn't come on the monies. It only came on the Cutlass.
So this actually goes like that. So this.
Oh, you gotta clock it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you what do you call this?
Mexican speed wrench. I need that other one though.
Oh, the big one.
Yeah.
It's in the drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta move this damn. I keep in the big drawer.
Yeah. No, a little one.
The little one.
A little one. Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, the first one. Oh shit! Got your wire junk drawer.
We don't talk about that one.
Oh, what you talking about? This?
Yeah. Oh no.
No, I don't see that one. There's no other.
Go over. You gotta go to the first small drawer.
The first small. Hold on. You said first one, meaning. Look at me like I bust my ass. I was in this one. Big boy.
Thank you. Hold the flashlight, son. Have you seen all the fucking videos online? Okay, so the only difference is this one is pointed down.
Okay.
So it needs to be like. So, but I gotta get this right. So that's pointed. So this one needs to come around some more. That's what sucks about having to tighten it when you put it on.
Oh, it does have an arrow. I never noticed that. I think I got mine there backwards. Nah, I don't. Because I left it in there before I put the new one. I took it out right when I put the new one in there. It sure does have an arrow. But no, it makes sense. The O-ring goes in first, obviously. So. Was there any adapters in there for that service port? Or no?
No.
I think I saw when we went to O'Reilly when you went to get that for the can, that thing.
Yeah.
I think it was right on the shelf next to that.
So this. On that one.
Mm-hmm.
Just the O-ring.
You know what you could do? Put some lights under here.
I thought about it.
Get some of the magnetic ones. Click, click, click.
You said.
What?
You said. I'm trying to see what y'all are blowing.
Say, I'm recording now. Now I gotta cut this out. Pause. Ain't that what they said? Pause.
Oh, shit.
Y'all know what the fuck I meant. Somebody gonna say something if I don't change it
Like, man, is that how you afford all the fucking parts?
either. Gigolo.
I feel like I'm fucking up so much shit right now. Okay. Well, that's a problem.
What? It's gotta bend up a little bit. Yeah.
That's longer. That's why that ain't gonna work.
What's longer?
This.
Oh yeah, the curve is a little bit.
That's a problem, man. But man, this should be a factory replacement.
Wow. Should be, but you can bend it.
It's going to be bent a lot.
I'm talking about this. Like that part.
It's stout.
Is it? Well, I mean, you can't bend it with your hand. You can put some, put your wrench on it, put this on it.
But this. Now that ain't gonna work.
Is it too long?
Yep.
That piece right there.
But
oh yeah. Turn it. Don't pinch the O-ring. Okay.
see none of that. Wow, good, man.
It does. Yep. Flip my fuel well around, and then I'll put that on. That'll be my winter project next year. Well, this winter.
Okay, and then where does this go?
On the switch.
Right here, right?
Yep, just right here.
Just know you're right.
Yeah. Plastic threads.
Look at the factory. Actually, a little bit better than that. If I say so myself. Okay. Now, this bad.
Yeah, looks alright.
Yeah, huh?
It's alright.
It's alright.
Alright, y'all, it's another day. We're about to run down here to Carlo real quick to check on his progress on the air conditioning. I finally got my trinary switch to work. It actually was already working. We were just impatient. So y'all let me know if y'all have any experience with this. But what I found it to do, it works intermittent. So when the car is not at operating temperature, therefore the computer is not telling the fans to cut on. If you turn the AC on, the fans don't turn on right away. The condenser builds pressure and it gets hot basically. When that pressure goes through that hot line, that's when the trinary switch picks up that pressure. It gets up to 245, 54, whatever it is. It'll trigger the fans to turn on. My fans, both fans turned on at the same time. It cooled the condenser down and the fans shut off probably 30 seconds later. AC still running, blowing cold. It'll get, the condenser will heat up again, fans cut on, cool it down. That's how they're supposed to work with that trinary switch when the car is not at operating temperature. Now, of course, when you're at operating temperature, the fans are gonna blow constant. So, but let's go down here and see. I gotta take my vacuum. I'm gonna take this brake bleeder tool that I use to check for vacuum on the what the hell is honking? Somebody's honking on. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna take this down there so we can check his actuators on his AC box, and he has an issue with the doors not opening, so on the vents. So we can check the vacuum on the back of the switch itself as well. The AC switch. It could be the diaphragm. That's what I told him it was. I told him it was a diaphragm. This right here, when he puts it on, when he changes this door back here, it doesn't move. See, my air's blowing out right here on normal. So let's roll down here real quick. Dang, I ain't got my wallet. It's all good. I'm just gonna be literally right down the street. I don't know why my microphone. Let me back up. I'm about to close the door on my. Okay, hold on, y'all. Cut y'all back on. Just for y'all who are doubting me, look, windows up, minus the seals, and I got AC blowing. Something's going on with my gauge, my voltmeter, because when I check the voltage in the trunk on the amp, it's still pulling 14 volts back there. I don't know why the gauge is only showing 12.6 on the dash. But we're gonna go down here and try to get him squared away real quick and see if I fix my fuel issue. I don't know, that don't sound like it shifted, did it? Yeah, we gotta finish that video. It's done. Just waiting for the last part. I already edited it and everything.
I got my corner pieces.
You already painted. You painted them or they came black?
No, they came like that.
Damn.
And then I got this just came today.
Oh shit! Black with the silver stripe.
Yeah.
That's dope. So you gonna get all of them like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope. So this is what I use to check the.
Well, now I know it's not even an actuator.
So
it ain't getting vacuum.
It ain't getting no vacuum. Well, we can still make sure they work.
Yeah, I took the vacuum line off. Noticed I wasn't getting vacuum. So then I checked it at the glove box. You know, they got that other glove.
Yeah.
And it's hooked up, but on the back of the AC box, with the AC on, you can hear it.
On the back of the box.
It's on the back of the AC.
Oh, the switches. Yeah, that's exactly. It's two of them on the back. You put it back in.
Yeah, it's all in there.
Oh, it's still unbolted though.
Yeah.
It's two. Damn, I don't know why your seat always seems higher than mine. It's two diaphragms on the back of this thing. I hate how they make the line short. This is one right here.
Right.
And then that one. Yeah, no, it seems like it's in. Well, it seems like it's intact. And I figured out. Remember when I told you when I slide it from hot to cold, the heater control valve moves. That's because when you move that, this is this right here.
Oh yeah.
Because the one I have a second one, right? Spare one. I was playing with it, and I moved it, and I saw this just barely click, click. I saw, oh shit, that's what it is.
So to switch mine from hot to cold, you kind of gotta like slide it back and forth 4 or 5 times because I guess that cable's probably stretched.
Oh yeah. So you hear it coming from back here somewhere, the hissing.
Right there at the.
At this one.
Yeah.
So it's bad then. Because mine was loose, like you can wiggle it, but it's easy to change. So you say you ordered it, right? That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Has it shipped yet?
No.
Freaking eBay, right? So yeah, the good thing is all this stuff you can buy. That's the only one that's kind of rare, but like all this stuff you can get at O'Reilly.
I found it on Amazon. I thought I was gonna be able to get it like tomorrow, but shit, it's talking about the end of May. So I was like,
yeah. Well, you saw that one that was that new old stock for $200. You didn't see that one? Well, I showed you on my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are pretty weird. You can't get those at the parts store. But yeah, you're let me see the cable. It's connected. Let me see if I can.
I need 2 more cans, but I recrimped that one, and I put a can in it this morning, and it quit leaking. I sprayed some soap and water on it, it quit leaking. But yeah, the cold side was maxing out, and the hot side was just staying up around 200.
See, at least yours went up. Mine didn't even go up. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how that happened.
Well, let me see what's.
All right.
Yeah.
Free So I don't know if y'all heard all that or not, but he had to recrimp. I think he said it was this line right here. This line I made this line a couple years ago when I first started doing my AC, and I decided not to use it, so it was just sitting in the box. So apparently I didn't crimp it good enough, so he was able to just put the crimp tool back on it and give it a couple pumps, and it stopped leaking. So he said he got the gauges, the pressure on this proper. The issue we're having now, he said something going, oh, the belt. See the belt? See that? He said the belt shredded. I don't know how that did it or how that happened, so we'll look into that as far as his alignment But the other issue he's having is the inside. He's hearing a hissing noise coming from behind the switch panel, which I was telling y'all about this diaphragm. Let me take this. So he just put this on here, this trim panel. Talking about this diaphragm. So what we're hearing is a hissing noise, basically. Why is it? There you go. Leaking vacuum from this right here. So if y'all don't know, what is that pink line? Yeah, that pink line is what's connected to, you got to connect to the intake, right? Intake manifold. So that's pulling vacuum from the engine. That vacuum's coming in here, and it's a rubber gasket in between here. It's hard plastic and rubber, and it holds that vacuum. And when you move these switches right here, from whatever you move it to, you see that wheel move, and when it turns, I can't get focused. Okay, when that wheel turns, it's rotating and switching to a different vacuum line. And those vacuum lines is what control the actuators to move these doors. So he's already ordered the new piece. So I'll put that in when it comes. You didn't hear anything coming from this one?
No, not that one.
Okay, and what I learned on this one, on my car, this is what controls the heater control valve if you're running that. So when you pull this from hot to cold, I know it's got a cable that opens the door, but that wheel, I don't know if we can see it, but this wheel actually moves. Yeah, you can see it. You see it? That wheel moves as well, and it's switching from this to this, and it's pulling vacuum. That should be it's white, but, oh, this is coming from here. Okay. So the incoming vacuum here, see this white hose? It's switching from this side to this side to give this vacuum, and this one is running to it should go to the heater control valve. I don't know why it's pink. It should be gray. Oh no, they're both coming from in here. Okay. Then it's probably coming from this thing back out, wherever that gray one is. I think it's,
I think
it's right here.
The distribution block.
Yeah, yep. So this does, when you move the hot to cold, this controls the heater control valve, but I know most of y'all ain't gonna run that, but I saw mine work the other day. That's why I was just pointing that out. So that's where we're at now. And when that piece comes in, we should be good to go. You said you crimped that line so it stopped leaking. And as long as that piece works, we could figure out, well, that's what's causing this not to open, this door up here, if it's leaking that vacuum. So you didn't notice, you said that one wasn't moving either? Okay. Because that one I think will come on when you put it on, I think bi-level, or it's clean air, so I don't know if it shouldn't be defrost. I can't remember. But once it's on, you can just move it and you'll literally see them. Just,
yeah, none of the doors are
none of them move. Okay. So yeah, it's definitely that. Yeah. Well, yours is more intact than mine was. Mine was just literally just kind of like on there like that. Even though the gasket's still there, it wasn't connected. And luckily I had a spare one in the trunk. So, all right, well.
Does yours blow 39?
That's the coldest it got. The last time I did it, it got down to 41, I think. Because when I had. Definitely that compressor. That's what's pulling it. It sounds like that was clear. You tighten that bolt.